Welcome back. This is Sandy with Sandy's Organized Chaos, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to take a vinyl decal and apply it to a curved surface. I know a lot of you guys have had some issues with this. Some of you guys that have been doing it for a couple of years, you probably already know this, but this is more for people who just don't quite understand how to get those vinyls to curve around those surfaces of those tumblers. So let's get to it. So as you can see already, I laid my transfer tape down onto my decal. Now I will have that in the description if you want to check it out. It doesn't really matter what kind of transfer tape you use, whatever you have on hand. So with this kind of decal, you really just want to think, how am I going to form this to my tumbler? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a big piece right in the middle in between the stripe and the wording. And I'm going to come through and I'm going to cut slits right up into you don't want to cut your vinyl, just right next to your vinyls. You want to cut your slits all the way through. But I wanted to start off with this one first because this is the hardest one to apply. And then I'm going to show you kind of easier ones that might still kind of give you some trouble. So that's why I'm starting with this big decal first. Now that my slits are all cut, I'm going to stand my tumbler up. Well, it's already stood up, but I'm going to change my camera angle. There we go. Because I like to apply it while the tumbler's standing up because I feel more comfortable and I feel like I can make it more even when I do it this way. But whatever way you feel more comfortable doing it, whether it's laying the tumbler down or whatever you need to do, just make sure that you're comfortable with how the tumbler is before you get started with your decal. So here I'm just peeling off my decal here. I got my transfer tape. Now I'm not perfect. Yes, you gotta be careful with this because it will kind of get static electricity and it'll want to suck to your tumbler. So you gotta make sure you hold it up and away from your tumbler. I did have it stick to my tumbler and then I had to pull it off. See, I skipped past that. So anyways, I'm moving on here. I'm gonna line up my decal where I want it. With this particular decal, I just line it up at the top and smooth it down the side just like that. And see how smooth that went down because I took out that big chunk in the middle. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back over here and kind of fidget with it and then realize I need to make a bigger slit up the center. So I'm gonna come through it and make a bigger slit. It's not a big deal, we got this. And then I'm just gonna line it up. And I'm gonna lay the bottom half of my decal down first. And then I'm just gonna gently come through and pull each one of those tabs and smooth my decal out. The great thing about working with vinyl is that you can come through and you can smooth all those places out that have those lumps and they just kind of stretch and they will flatten out for you, which is why I really love using vinyl. Those holographics and foils, you can't do that with those. Now, as you've seen while I was just jabbering on there, I made a couple more slits just so that way I could really come in there and just press everything down. Now I'm just going to take my nail and smooth out what I can, and then I'm going to peel back my transfer tape. And as I remove my transfer tape, I just come back through, and if there are spots that seem like they're lifting or there might be a bubble, I just come through and I just keep rubbing it and warming it up and smoothing it out. Now I did have a bubble here that I'm going to show you guys how you can take care of it here in a second. Another great thing about working with vinyl is if you do have a bubble underneath your vinyl, it's as simple as taking a needle or just something very small and sharp and poking a hole in that bubble and then just pushing around it with your nail or a scraper, whatever you need to do, and lay it flat. And then once that epoxy goes over it, you don't even know that even existed anymore. So I'm just going to continue to make sure my vinyl looks right. And then once it's done, it's ready for its epoxy and it's ready to ship off to my customer. No worries, right? So now I'm ready to move on to another tumbler to kind of show you a different way to apply some vinyl. So here is another one I'm going to do. I want to apply this vinyl right in the middle of my tumbler. Again, this is extremely easy, guys. You got this. I know you do. This is pretty much the same concept every time I go to apply vinyl. I stick down my transfer tape, I rub it down really well, make sure it's nice and stuck to my transfer tape. And I'm going to take my scissors and make my slits. Now this time I'm going to kind of work with my tumbler down, laying flat, which most of you might do that. So I'm going to do it this way this time. I'm just going to kind of figure out where my logo is going to go here that my customer requested. And I'm going to think about what I need to do to make sure this is going to lay flat. Obviously anything on the bottom, I'm going to cut those extra slits into it like that, because the bottom, the bottom of the tumbler is a little bit smaller than the top. So you want to think about that. So I'm just going to come through. Oh, well, I stood it up for just 1 second just so I could line it up. I'm more comfortable that way. Again, whatever way you guys feel comfortable. So I lined it up. And now I'm going to lay the bottom down first and make sure that's nice and even. Come do the top, do the middle, make sure I just kind of pull, stretch, and make sure it's nice and even across. And it's as easy as that, guys. See? So easy. Nothing to worry about. And if you see here where I'm pointing out all those little wrinkles in the transfer tape, if I wouldn't have made those slits, my vinyl would have been all over the place. So that's exactly why it is so important to make those slits in your transfer tape. Now again, I'm just going to show a monogram, which is pretty simple again. You make your slits and you lay it down. Now it's all about the sizing of your decal as well. So, you know, with a monogram, they just basically want it up at the top. So you want to make sure you really don't go over 3 inches in height, because once you go over that 3 inches is when that curve starts to happen. Your tumblers might be different. I use hog tumblers, but I never go over 3 inches high on a 20 or a 30, just so that way I know it won't start to get too crazy around the bottom of my vinyls. Obviously, I'm talking about the regular curves here. Anything skinny related, I mean, that's easy. You can make that as big as you want. That'll wrap around it just fine. But for these regular curves, you know, I don't like to go over 3 inches high. And the same thing applies for a 15-ounce wine glass. I don't go over anything 3 inches high. So obviously, I was just working with vinyl today, which forms a lot better to your tumblers. I will make sure to do another video as well where I work with nothing but the foils and the holographics, because I know those can be a little tricky too. Right here I'm showing you that I did the same concept where I made the slits, but actually the decal on the bottom I actually completely detached and I added it on its own. It's okay to do that too. If you need to section off your vinyls, you can do that as well. There is no right or wrong here, guys. Whatever you feel more comfortable doing, do it that way. I hope that you guys had fun watching this today. I really enjoy inspiring you guys and making sure that you guys know how to do these tumblers, because it is so fun to do and I so enjoy showing you guys. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel, and I will see you guys next time.